How's everybody doing? This is Eric. You'll have to pardon the not exactly in frame. Doing a walk around on my vehicle the other day, I noticed that one of the rear tires kept getting low on air, a slow leak. Walked around, and what we discovered is we have I don't know if you can see where my finger is. I took a picture that I'll probably put as the thumbnail, but we have a screw or a nail inside poking in. So I drove it around probably for who knows how long with it in there. Fortunately, nothing happened. So I bought this tire repair kit probably 15 years ago. They sell at various places. They sell some of the replacement pieces or whatnot for this, and I may have bought a refill thing, but I've had this for quite a while. I've used it quite a few times. I've found it to be effective. Whenever I've found nails or screws and I've pulled them out and I've plugged them, I've been able to drive for a long time. So this is I think this thing costs less than $15. I mean, it's paid for itself multiple times over. You can also do this repair without removing the tire off your vehicle. Now, I had another issue, so I was rotating 3 of my tires, including the spares. I put the spare on the front, put the front tire on the back, and this is the back tire. So I'm going to fix this, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it underneath my vehicle as my spare. The other thing is, let's see, what is the other thing? The other thing is, yeah, it should be satisfactory with doing that. So we'll go ahead and see how this goes. I've not started. I just set up the camera, and one of the add-on tools, you need something to pull or remove whatever the, I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm pulling it out. Boom. It was just a little screw. Look at that. So I'm removing that, and this thing is purring right now. But let's say you weren't able to find your leak, and you know your tire keeps getting low. Something you'll see at the tire shops or whatnot, what they'll do is they'll mix up a soap solution with some water, and you spray all over your tire, and wherever the leak is, it'll start bubbling. So right here I've sprayed, I don't know if you can see very well, but I'm spraying this, and it'll tell you where your leak is. And it's right in where the tread is. Kind of small hole, but it's enough to where you're going to lose your air. So a couple of the tools they have this to stick in, widen up the hole. Because it was such a small hole, I'm going to try to get the other tool with the plug, and these are the plugs. They come in a little package of, and it's kind of like a tar substance, come in a little package of, looks like 5. I'm going to go, and here's the tool for inserting them. What you do, and this gets all over your hands because this is kind of a petroleum based, so I'm pulling this off, and you'll pull this off. So now this is what it looks like. I know it looks pretty big for that small hole. One of the pain in the butt things is you try to feed, it's kind of like threading a needle. You have to kind of get this inside here. What I've found, it's been a while since I've done this type of patch, but if memory serves me right, you got to get it through just a little bit. And then once you do, you can use your needle nose or your pliers and grit your teeth. Come on. Pull it through. And there we go. All right, so I've got it through. Now I've got to pull it all the way to where it's about 50% in the middle. And that's about it, as you can see there. Kind of a pain in the butt, and I don't know. We'll see if this will go in the hole. And I want to say it will not. So There's a reason why they say you have to use this tool to kind of widen out the hole. Now I'm widening out the hole. Now it's really coming out. And with this, we shall all right, it went in. I don't know if you can see, if you might have to zoom in, but it went in. So I've got about a centimeter of the end still sticking out. So now what I want to do is pull out the tool. The tool came out and left the plug in. If we're listening here, I'm not hearing anything. So the plug has been sealed. The plug has been sealed. Look at that. I'm also spraying some of the soap mixture on it. Seems like it's fine. Now, the temptation might be to, and you can do this with your cutting portion of your pliers or needle nose pliers, you can go ahead and cut off the end. But what I've found and what I prefer to do is another add-on piece. So I use these all the time for other things. So I always have a bunch of them. I'll have this type of razor, and then I'll very gingerly kind of slice off the end. And that gives it a little bit more of a finish, and I'm not pulling on it when I'm removing it. You gotta be careful not to slice your fingers, slice and dice your fingers though. Boom. So there's the end. So I've used that, and this heats up. That's gonna be good to go. That tar, the petroleum product on the plug, will plug that up. Look at that. I don't know if you can see. If you're looking down here, matter of fact, I know this is taking a little bit longer just because it's set up and all of this, but look at that. That's the repair. Look how, and what did it take? Short of taking the tire off, it took less than 15 minutes, 10 minutes to do this. And $15 it cost. So this will go on underneath some of my Toyota automotive repair things. Please leave a like, subscribe, and my next project, which I'm going to do either today or tomorrow, is O2 sensors. My O2 sensor check engine light went off a few nights ago, and I took it in, got it diagnosed. And so my next video will be, I'm going to try to remove the O2 sensors, clean them, and see if that gets the signal to go back off. Have a blessed day.